Is that it? Tim. It's here.
The clicker. Now let's talk about iPhone. We're going to take iPhone 10 to the next level.
Can we talk about love like we care about love? You know, I know, you know, yeah, yeah.
And I'd like to invite Phil up to tell you all about it.
It is made of a surgical-grade stainless steel. It has a gorgeous new gold finish on the front and on the glass. The most durable glass ever in a smartphone. iPhone XS comes in 3 finishes: gold, silver, and space gray. And they're protected from dust and liquids to an even higher level now, IP68. Drop your phone in the water, don't worry, orange juice, tea, wine, even beer. Well, the screen on iPhone XS is a Super Retina display. It's an OLED display, 5.8 inches on the diagonal. It has 2.7 million pixels, 458 pixels per inch, the highest quality display on an iOS device. Now let's put it side by side with our plus-size phone, an iPhone 8 Plus. And as you can see, it's as big a display as the plus-size phone, but in a smaller design. And it looks incredible. Using the latest formats, your photos look stunning on iPhone XS because it has a 60% greater dynamic range for colors in your photos than the iPhone X's display. Well, the iPhone XS is not just one, but 2 sizes of display, the 5.8-inch and a new 6.5-inch Super Retina display. It is an OLED display as well, 3.3 million pixels, 458 pixels per inch again. So what do you call a phone that's bigger than plus size? The iPhone XS Max. So there are 2 Super Retina displays now, 5.8-inch, 6.5-inch, both OLED displays, both 1,000,000 to 1 contrast ratio. They're HDR displays. They have fast 120 hertz touch-sensitive layer. That's how it gets its smooth scrolling, really fast typing and gaming response. They both have 3D touch for pressure sensitivity. Stereo sound better than in any iPhone to date. The team has matched powerful speakers with great software to deliver sounds better than ever. All right, let's talk about Face ID. It is powered by our True Depth camera system. And there's so much technology in that little space right there, all working together to give protection to the data on our devices. And they're designed with multiple neural networks, so it's secure and seamless in the iPhone experience. And the A12 Bionic is the industry's first 7-nanometer chip. Let's start with the CPU. It has 2 high-performance cores, 4 high-efficiency cores. The 2 high-performance cores run up to 15% faster than the cores in the A11 Bionic, while also being 40% more energy efficient. And the high-efficiency cores are up to 50% more energy efficient, and all 6 cores can run at once. The GPU, it is so powerful. Now, the A11 GPU was already ahead of anything else in the industry. The A12 GPU is now up to 50% faster than the A11, so a huge jump in graphics performance. But the real advancement, the real blow-away thing, is this neural engine. Now, you know we introduced the first neural engine last year with the A11 Bionic. With the A12 Bionic, we take it much further. The A11 was a 2-core design. This is an 8-core, and it has a smart compute system. What that means, it's able to analyze the neural network data and figure out on the fly whether to run it on the CPU, the GPU, or the neural engine. I mean, this is breakthrough. We told you last year the A11 Bionic could process an insane 600 billion operations, while the A12 Bionic is able to process 5 trillion operations per second. The A12 Bionic can now address twice as much internal storage as previously. So now you can up to 512 gigabytes of internal storage if you want. A12 Bionic is without question the smartest and most powerful chip ever in a smartphone.
A12 Bionic was designed for iPhone. But what's really remarkable this year is that our next generation neural engine unlocks the power of real-time machine learning. It's going to get up to 9 times faster. It's going to run with as little as 1/10 the energy. It means developers can run their most complex, most advanced neural networks in their apps and do so even more often. It's really useful for augmented reality. You can look at a 3D object like this one here in Safari, and with just a tap, bring it out into the real world. Isn't that amazing? No other chip in the world would allow us to do this. Thank you, and now back to Phil.
The A12 Bionic just powers so many incredible new experiences, and that includes the camera. It is a remarkable new dual camera system. It has a 12-megapixel wide camera, a 12-megapixel telephoto camera, and an even more improved True Tone flash. That 12-megapixel wide camera has a new sensor, a larger sensor with bigger, deeper pixels. It has optical image stabilization and our fast 1.8 aperture lens. The telephoto camera is also a 12-megapixel camera, also optical image stabilization, f2.4 Apple design lens. On the front side, we have the True Depth camera system, and that's a new sensor as well, a 7-megapixel sensor that's twice as fast. And it works together with the IR camera and the dot projector so it can create depth in your portrait mode photos. The CPU and the neural engine can work together. In fact, when you take a photo, it's capable of doing 1 trillion operations on every photo you take. And the team wanted to make a big advancement in what can be done with bokeh, and they've done some amazing work. So when you take the picture with portrait mode, and then you go into the Photos app, and you tap Edit, you're going to see a new slider on the bottom. It says Depth. You can, after taking the picture, adjust the depth of field from f1.4 to f16. And the benefits of this are not only for photography, but for video as well. It's a new era of videography as well. Now let's talk about battery life. Is able to, compared to iPhone 10, get you up to 30 minutes longer in your day than iPhone 10 did, and that's really great. iPhone XS Max has the biggest battery we've ever put into an iPhone, and it can get you up to an hour and a half longer in your day. They have faster networking, gigabit class LTE. One thing we've had requests for is dual SIM capability. Into iPhone XS and XS Max, we built a technology called DSDS, or Dual SIM, Dual Standby. We will have a single physical SIM and an eSIM in both iPhone XS and XS Max. In China, where we can't bring eSIM into iPhone yet, we're making a special model of the iPhone XS Max that has 2 physical SIMs, actually one on each side of the SIM tray. It's a really smart implementation, and we think they're going to love that. They are packed with so many new advancements. Better Super Retina displays, 5.8-inch, and the new 6.5-inch OLED displays. Our next generation 7-nanometer A12 Bionic chip with faster CPU, GPU, neural engine, and helping us to deliver even longer battery life. Our new generation dual camera system with a bigger sensor, smart HDR, portrait mode with more beautiful bokeh, new True Depth camera system that's faster for Face ID, gigabit class LTE, this beautiful new gold finish, protection to IP68. These are incredible new iPhones. It starts at $999. An iPhone XS Max starting at $1,099.
We hope that you love these new products as much as we do. I'd like to thank everyone for joining us this morning, including those watching us online. And I'd especially like to thank all the people at Apple who made this magical day possible. Thank you.